line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking live here at Talladega Superspeedway. Practice session about to end. Good evening, everyone. Alright, Michael Bollinger. Joining me in the booth is our co-host and our co-owner, John Vaughn. John, got a copy down there, bud?
Yes, always. Got a copy on you guys. We're also live over on TikTok. John Vaughn 93 on my personal TikTok for now.
Hey,
It is the Talladega 3, excuse me, I messed up there on my own.
it is the mediocre
is-
follower 133, which is 50 laps, where, John, I think you guys all know the saying goes, where this is not just a race. This is Talladega.
This is Talladega, and it's not when the big one is going to happen.
It's
Or
when
not
it's
if
gonna
the
happen.
big one's going to happen, but it's when the big one's going to happen.
Exactly right
And,
there,
you
John.
know, Michael, as well, besides that, you know, we just don't know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, anywhere. And
And
guys.
just give me a quick moment here. Mr. Mediocre, Michael and John, the Extreme Sim booth, got a copy on us?
Yeah, I do. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Do you mind kind of
Awesome.
explaining a little bit on how you got this idea for this race and stuff?
Yeah, really just I wanted to give back to my followers. I I appreciate them. I mean, they've got all the options in the world of sim racers and stuff. Uh, and they choose to hang out with me, and I really appreciate that because I'm just a normal dude, just doing my thing on iRacing. So I wanted to be able to give back to my followers and hang out with them and reward some of them. So this was the best way I could think to do it.
Well, indeed, there. John, any questions for him?
Absolutely, Mike. Mediocre, how do you feel, honestly, and this is not only just for the RVBARN on YouTube, but as well as the live subscription as well. How do you feel coming into this race tonight? I know it's Talladega, and we always say it's not when the big one or if the big one's going to happen, but when the big one's going to happen. What's the strategy to staying out of the big one in this event?
The strategy is just carry a 4-leaf clover and keep your fingers crossed because I run pretty well in the draft, but the big one can happen anywhere in the pack at any given time. So you just got to kind of be on your toes, and sometimes it's better to give up spots to get out of a bad situation if you recognize a storm brewing than it is to try and ride it out and then end up part of the mess.
Absolutely, and as a two-time Talladega winner here myself, as you've seen with Cups and Truck, you're absolutely right. If you see that storm about to brew, just drop off your gas, drop off your brake, do what you got to do to make that happen. Now, sometimes that's easier said than done. What would you recommend to the rookies that are just coming in and making their first appearance with the NASCAR Truck Series?
I'd say just be patient. It's a 50-lap race, so there's no rush to get to the front. Take your time, try different things in the draft and see how the truck reacts and see how the trucks around you react to your moves and really get comfortable with your truck so you know what's going to happen when you put it in certain situations. And then, and then that way you're in better shape to know what you can and can't do at the end.
Indeed there, Mr. Mediocre. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Good luck out there.
Well, race fans, it is that time. Let's go trackside for opening ceremonies. Welcome back live here to Talladega Superspeedway. Opening ceremonies have just now concluded here at Talladega. It's getting ready to get lit, John. So, John, what do you think we get ready and send it down to? Alright, Race Day Info! Sponsored by the Passive on Twitch 17 Network. 26 degrees Celsius, 50 degree, 50% humidity, cloudy, 20 knock-a-mile end. We're actually in Lincoln, Alabama, but it's still known as Talladega, Alabama, in Talladega County. Track length is 2.66 miles. Altitude 185 meters. And track temperature 42 degrees Celsius. Well, John, it is that time. We send it on down to the starting lineups.
Send it over.
And now, here you go for your starting grid. On the pole, number one, in the 007 will be Charles Albert and the 21 of Joseph Thomas. Will number two be Joe Haley in the 9 and the 13 of Alan Petty. Yes, we swap off every row. Go ahead and take the next 2. We'll start swapping off from there.
On row 3.
Yeah, you get 3 and 4.
In the third row is going to be Nicholas Maynard out of the Carolinas and Shane King out of Florida. And then row 4, John Michael Bryant out of Carolina and Robert White out of New England. Brandon Kelly in row 5 out of Texas and Anthony H. Green out of Ohio.
Row number 6 will be the 01 of Michael Ziegler and the number 7 of Chance Johnson.
Listen to these scanners, Michael. I tell you, these guys are so intrigued and so amusing. But ladies and gentlemen, we are now under the caution here for the initial pace lap led to us by our pace truck, given to us by Chevrolet, the Chevrolet Silverado ZL1.
Indeed there, John.
Beautiful pace truck it is, Michael, as these trucks behind follow double file. Now, I wonder how the pit strategy is going to work out. Are the Chevys going to pit with the Chevys, the Toyotas going to pit with the Toyotas, and the Fords with the Fords? Or is it going to be a multi-manufacturer pit stop? I guess that's...
We'll find out, John, as lights are up on a Chevy Silverado pace car. Fans on their feet.
We are
crazy.
80,000 fans on their feet.
And yes, they are, John. As we sit there, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling as pace car pulls out into pit lane. And we are at the restart zone at Talladega Scissor Track Daytona, but
let me know.
Now, at the restart zone at Talladega Daytona start line, and we are underway for the 50 lap distance.
Let's go racing it,
Okay, John, next time we do that, we're going to have to, one of us are going to call it, I'll call the next restarter. 007 off to a good push by the 9.
I kept saying, let me say it.
Anyway, the 9
Charles Albert up front, the car's come ripping out onto the backstretch now. Double foul. Looks like we're going final. Out the backstretch going into 3. Charles Albert still that lead, followed by Joe Heel.
And we're already through the gears here, as you can see. For a normal Cup Series car, we'd still be going through the gears. But even with these trucks, we're already through the gears, as they have 4 gears compared to the trucks with compared to the Cup Series with the 5th gear option.
Absolutely,
Trouble!
Trouble in the backfield, 22 in the wall. Hard to the inside wall for pit road. We are still green, it looks like. No caution has been deployed yet.
And we do have one fast repair.
Next control, we need a caution.
We do have a few fast repairs if needed as well.
Stand by, drag me back down. I'm in contact, then let them know 22's in the wall.
Trouble backstretch!
We have the caution for the first time. Multiple cars around sideways.
Well, this is how I like to say it.
23 up in smoke.
And John, let's break it down and let's go to the VBR for the first time ever, folks. We are going to the VBR Instant Replay.
That 23, as I seen him coming around that corner, looked like he was up in smoke, Michael. I don't know. He may be done for the day.
I do not know, but let's go ahead and break it down and see what happened here from the 23 car's perspective. Here it is, another look at it here, race fans. It looks like he was just a little loose off corner exit.
That was a big wreck. I will tell you now, Michael.
Big wreck indeed. Let's go and take another look at it on our onboard camera here.
And it's like we said. It's like we said though at the beginning. It's not when it's going to happen, or if it's going to happen, but when it's going to happen. And let's watch this onboard at a 23 right quick.
I'll just watch the onboard of the 27, but
asking excuse me, I stand by. I stand correct on that. Watching the onboard of the 27. Looked like the 27 got a little bit loose. Got into the 23.
Indeed,
we are under the first, for those joining on TikTok, we are under the first caution of the night.
And first ever caution might say in VBR in history too, John.
Yes, you're absolutely right. VBR, Volleyball Racing Network's first ever caution in history too, as well. Gruesome wreck. We are under caution. I believe they're 3 to green at this moment, if not 2 to green.
Well, John, why don't you say we go and go do another interview here?
At this moment, let's find out which number the 23 is, and let's check on with him and make sure he's okay.
I don't have any contact with him yet, but let's go and bring in the 21, who's our current race leader. Joe Thomas, Michael and John in the BBR booth. Got a copy?
Mr. Thomas, Michael and John in the booth, you got us?
Yeah, you're screaming in my ear.
I apologize about that, brother. With that wreck that just unfurled, I know it did just set you in the lead and everything. How, from your perspective, how bad did that look in your mirror?
I really didn't see it. I just saw the yellow flag come out. I was zeroed in on keeping my line.
Indeed, there, Joe Thomas, Joseph.
Well, we see here up front now. How are you feeling so far, being up in the front at this time?
I'm nervous as heck because I follow at least 3 or 4 of these guys and first time racing with them, so just trying to keep it clean and not piss anybody off.
Absolutely, I understand that feeling. I get nervous on restarts myself, and I'm road to pro myself. Just the only thing I can tell you at this time, man, is just take a deep breath, take it 1 lap at a time. Who knows? You might find yourself in victory lane.
Yeah, here's hoping. I expected the freight train to be coming on the outside here at Dega.
They do say that outside lane is the fastest lane. I personally think the inside is myself, but I guess we will see that to come, won't we?
Yes, sir. Inside's more comfortable for me because the momentum on Rex seems to take it outside, but it's 50-50 shot on it.
Absolutely. Michael, anything else you want to say to Mr. Thomas before we get ready to go back green?
Pretty much, let's put it like this. Try to save as much fuel as you can, because when you're leading, you know you're going to be using a lot more fuel than these guys behind you.
Yes, 10-4, we got to pit once anyway, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, indeed there, Mr. Thomas. Good luck out there the rest of the race, and hope we're talking to you within a few laps.
Yeah.
Joe Thomas, everyone, your current race leader. Well, John, what's your thoughts so far about first time being in the booth in a while?
Yeah, first time in a while, you're right, absolutely. It feels good to be up here, but I'd rather be behind the wheel of a race car right now, myself. We just got out of the NIS race and looking forward to tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's right.
It's honestly no greater feeling than climbing behind the wheel of one of these machines, and I'll tell you, when that flag drops, you just go into this zone. It's unimaginable. It's a feeling that's unremarkable. It's something that you really can't gather yourself around. But lights on the pace truck are off on our pace truck, Chevy Silverado. We are getting ready to go back green here at Talladega for the TikTok followers 133. Michael, I got it on this one.
10-4 there, John. Well, you guys can also tell it's 1 to go, going green this time by, because you could tell when they got to the line it's 2x2. And John, I would like to mention this. At the old restart zone, at the Daytona restart zone, which is Talladega's sister track.
Talladega, baby.
I know, but I was talking about the restart zone. The restart zone for Daytona would be right
about here.
Pit entry. Would be just at pit entry, just a little after pit entry, but no, it's at where the Daytona finish line is here at Talladega. Because this is Daytona's big sister right here tonight.
And hold on, here we go. The pace truck is pulling down pit road now.
100,000 rednecks back on their feet.
We are 5 seconds from going back green. Restart zone in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as these trucks come ripping by, We are
Racing.
going to be green here at Talladega for this restart after the first caution at lap 5. Multiple trucks come racing out to the outside. Albert Thomas still up front.
Well, John, I'm kind of interested to see when these guys are going to start taking this thing 3 wide here.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know it's bound to come when they come 3 wide, Michael. And I'll tell you, when it becomes 3 wide, it becomes a very big issue on any kind of racing surface, especially super speedways. When multiple trucks go 3 wide, you're sucking the air from the truck from the middle and front and to the left and right. So if that middle truck breaks loose for any reason, somebody's going to a wall, whether it's to the inside wall, to the outside wall. Somebody's getting it, and it's going to be trouble.
Well, John, the way I like to put it is, picture like you guys are in school stacking dominoes as a kid back in an indoor recess when you guys made those big lines of dominoes and knocked them over.
Right.
That's pretty much as it is like here. Especially when you're 3 wide, because when one goes, the big ones are coming.
They all
pretty
go.
much.
And we do not have a lead change. Joseph Thomas
3
still
wide up front. 3 wide up front.
3 wide up front. 2 Chevys and a Silverado. Or in a Toyota. 21 trying to hold on. Or Albert back up front now. 21 trying to chase him down for that lead.
Well, our guy that took it 3 wide, he's hung out to dry. The only way he's able to stick up here is the side
Heel
draft.
up front. Thomas back in second. It's a little battle for P2 between Thomas and Heel. Oh, trouble! 13 in the wall.
And
That would have been the 13 of Petty.
And they're still wrecking.
And they are still wrecking. Wow,
will
big
fly.
hit for Petty into the safer barrier.
And the clash will fly, second time. Yeah, Talladega.
And they're racing back to the line, it appears. Albert Heel, our current race leader.
Let's go and go on board with the 01.
Charles Albert,
Let's not go on
our
board with
current
the
race leader. Excuse me.
01. Oh, we had the 3 backwards. The 13, I should say. And look at the carnage. 6 cars
Major
hit.
carnage. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Looks like the 8 and a few other vehicles I didn't get a chance to see. The 8 of Corey Tesner and 13 of Petty and...
Now, John, what do you say about going on board with the 21?
Let's just... yeah, you can go ahead and go on board with the 21. I've got the live cam available so I can see what's going on as well on my end, guys. You can't see my end. You can actually see the actual broadcast end from the actual live broadcast, guys. You can join the actual broadcast from the link in the bio. Thank you so much for the follow.
Wow, the 21
thank you so
completely
much for the
missed it
follow,
after being
man. You're
involved in
awesome.
the first incident.
This is what we do. This is what we bring to you guys.
Here's a look from the 13, who's also involved in the incident as well.
Let's check with that on board. Looked like a good run right there.
Oh, he got turned! The 13 was turned! Let's go ahead and slow that
it
down.
does look like he was turned. Now, whether it was incidental or intentional, that's not us to know. We are actually, Dean, we are actually broadcasting a race live right now.
Here it is in slow
for
motion.
another
Yeah,
service.
he was turned. It looks like he was turned.
But it is through iRacing still.
Oh, he almost been on his. He was almost on his side too. Hope that he's okay. As he's in the pits. Go back to our leader here. Go, John. What do you think so far?
Sorry about that.
How different does it feel being up in the VBR booth than in a VBR truck right now?
Man, 2 cautions already. 2 cautions already, and not even 10 laps. It's looking like a concrete jungle down here. Looking like a concrete jungle. Dean, I'm actually not racing. I'm actually commentating tonight. I am co-broadcasting with my buddy.
And your co-car owner.
And my co-owner as well. So we're actually broadcasting the race tonight as well. So we're not racing right now. I will be live racing at 9 o'clock, however, in the next NIS race.
And you'll be live racing tomorrow night too. As after we get done here, we got a plane to catch just across the street here from Talladega.
Hold on. I have to say it. You know, I have to say it.
Yeah,
guys, whether you're following on the YouTube, whether you're following on my TikTok, if you do want to see my onboard live tomorrow, make sure you are subscribing to me. Isn't this Dean that I used to work with? Make sure you hit that. Okay, I know who it is. Make sure.
Lights off on the pace car this time, by.
Make sure you guys subscribe to me because my onboard for Road to Pro will be subscriber only on TikTok.
Well, John.
The subscription I have is $2.99. It's well worth it. You'll get access to our Discord as well as anything else. Make sure you tune that subscription in. But we got lights on the pace car off this time, by. We are about to go back green from Talladega.
And yes, indeed we are, John, as it is Albert, Haley, Thomas, Green, Maryland, your top 5.
Maynard, I mean.
And it is 3 Chevys. Make that 4 Chevys, 1 Toyota. Now 3 Chevys, 1 Ford, 1 Toyota, your top 5.
Restart.
On the restart here. John, I'm going to go and get the restart here.
You got the restart, my man.
Well, before we get to the restart, John, why don't we talk about what's going to happen after this race? How we guys got to go right next door, just outside of turns 1 and 2 here, after this race, and catch our plane down to Dover, Delaware.
I don't know. We'll find out. It better be a really quick flight, I'll tell you that much.
No, I'm talking about our flight for tomorrow night, Road to Pro action.
Oh, yeah, that's a different story.
As we will be live tomorrow night at the Monster Mile. Anyway, 100,000 rednecks back on their feet yet again.
Hey, we don't use that term rednecks.
It's a NASCAR term.
No, we use crazy drunk people.
Good one there, John. As you can tell through our crowd, our cameras, as they're back on their feet.
Myself.
Waving their shirts, their hats, waving on their favorite driver as our Silverado pace car pulls back down the pit lane. Normally we'd be in the restart zone in about 3, 2, 1. We'd be in the restart zone now at Daytona, at Talladega's sister track.
Talladega.
But no, we are going into the restart zone now, and we are underway here at Talladega. Back underway, I should say. 40 laps to go.
And we are, a little bumping action right there on the restart by the outside line. Too early for that, I would call. Lane change down by the 7. Akron getting into that inside line, trying to make that inside line form, but I don't know, Michael. I don't know. That could be trouble brewing right there. That inside line forming the way it is.
It could, but they were hung out to dry though on the restart, and they don't have as many trucks in their line though.
You're absolutely right, Michael. I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. If that inside line keeps forming like it does, and someone breaks loose, it's gonna take that whole pack out with them.
And we have action right now on the outside line. We have action.
Absolutely right, and I see that myself, and I will tell you, if that outside line keeps the form like it does, 3 wide in the back at the main stretch, but if the outside line continues to form as it does, that can cause so many issues down there for drivers, and that will cause another one that could potentially be the big one. We have someone blinking on the outside here at Talladega.
Which we might want to wait under race control, let them know what's going on. They can keep an eye on him as well now.
Yeah, I have to get over there to radio to race control.
Go ahead and do what you gotta do, John.
Bring me back in.
Oh, 3 wide, 3 wide!
Michael, do you want to explain to them how serious that blink can be to a driver here on iRacing?
It can be real serious, as you could tell from our sister channel, the Pass 12873 Network. Why don't you explain to them a little bit about what happened over about an hour and a half east of here, in Hartsville, near just a little south of Atlanta, Hartsville, Jackson.
I did not catch that one.
I'm talking about in Hampton, Alabama, at Hampton, Georgia, at Atlanta.
Yeah, I did not catch that
A few
action.
weeks away. I'm talking about.
Oh, a few weeks ago. You're talking about in the last round of pro race with me. I got you, guys. As an RGP driver myself, blinks can be detrimental to a race. We were racing a pro staged race, and I had a driver blink out in front of me. The last thing I seen when he reappeared was the undercarriage of his truck on my windshield. That destroyed our whole day.
Been fixed. We are back live. You can show us back live here.
Okay, we are back live on his end.
And John,
Guys, we had a little minor glitch on the home broadcast. If something does happen again, I will take over the feed. You will see I don't have every of the overlays like my co-host does. But we will have certain overlays. Still a good run right now. Still green 15 in out of 50. Michael, I don't know. Do you think another caution's bound to happen anytime soon?
it can happen at any point in time. A wrong bump could send you spinning too. Right now, racemen, if you don't know why you see them weaving in and out like that, it's not just so they can try to get a line or they're getting breaking loose. It's so they can get airflow into that radiator. Because when you're locked up like that and airflow is being blocked to that radiator, and those engine temps will skyrocket. And they'll skyrocket fast, which could ruin your day in a jiff. You take back to Vegas a few weeks ago with William Byron in that trash bag. How that almost went his race within, like, what, 2 laps almost? His engine temps were like...
Absolutely, you're right. You alright? Too hot up there?
Oh!
Trouble!
Almost trouble.
Almost trouble. Almost big trouble. 3 wide by the back line.
Indeed there, John. Almost trouble indeed, which could have been the big one, John.
It could have been, Michael, and I tell you, it's amazing how these things work out because great group of drivers to save that and keep this race green. I don't know how more better you could ask for. Great racing here at Talladega. Charles Albert still your race leader.
And the 007.
Petty, followed by Petty, then Heel, then Green, then Thomas. That would be your top 5.
And it looks like you got some lap traffic as well.
Now P2, 13, 88, and 21.
Oh, we're trying to go 3 wide now, John.
Starting to force 3 wide in the backstretch.
Let's see how this is going to play out. Because think, 3 wide equals the domino effect, pretty much.
Yes, it can. It's crazy. 2 by 3 going down the front stretch. 2 wide. 2 lanes to 3 wide.
Oh! We had 1 track loose. 1 truck loose. Almost wrecked it. We still stay green. And remember, the wreck can happen anywhere. The front, the middle, the rear. Take this most recent Geico 500 for example. Started up front, racing for the win. They can start anywhere. Right, John?
Absolutely right, Michael, and I'll tell you, it's how that goes. 007 hanging on for that lead for dear life.
He also has a good push by the 9 of Halley as well, too.
Yeah, Heel is giving him that bump. Like, I don't know. It's a push from hell.
Well, you would not think to see a Toyota and a Chevy locked bumpers like that. You would not think to see that.
And, you know, that's a very hard move to make, especially because of that Toyota having that big lip on the front. Bigger than the lip on the Chevy. And it's just big enough to get under that gap and hook it and just keep that push driving him.
Well, we got lap traffic coming up too, John.
I guess that's why Toyota's motto is always moving forward.
Well, Toyota hasn't won a championship in a while either, though.
Toyota, you're right, they really haven't, but that Chevrolet is holding on very tight, Michael. You know that's my manufacturer. And Road to Pro is Team Chevrolet.
You mean our manufacturer here at VBR?
Well, I'm talking about me as the driver.
That's the team manufacturer too, John.
Whose name's first?
Your name?
Exactly.
But it's still our manufacturer over at VBR,
It's
though.
still our manufacturer, you're right, but at the end of the day, it's still my manufacturer.
Same here. I used to be a Toyota guy until the new Toyota came out. I was like, bleh! It looked ugly.
Have you all, and this goes to my followership as well, have you guys seen the new Toyota Camry XRE race car? It looks like a bullfrog and a spaceship had sex with each other and made a baby.
I couldn't agree more with you, John. It makes you just wanna reach through my screen, paint whoever designed it space yellow like Bart Simpson, and strangle him.
It was probably Elon Musk who made it.
It was still 3 wide. 3 wide's now starting to develop 21 with 21 laps on the board. Just shy of halfway.
Absolutely. Just a heads up for our TikTok count, we do have 1 new follower, 39 views. Michael, how are we doing on our YouTube side?
Unknown at the moment. Let me check right now.
I'm working. You can't come in and bother me while I'm working.
To be honest, I don't really know right now, John. Because this is a new channel right now. Everything's so new with it. And caution! On pit entry! Caution will fly!
Caution's out! Caution's out! 0-2! Driving the grass, acting like a John Deere lawnmower there.
Oh, John, you know what it's time for, right? And it looks like a big one.
It's the 3rd or the 4th caution here.
I believe it is our 3rd caution here today. And like going back to my point on, they can start anywhere and anywhere. This is a good shot of the O2 as I saw. Oh, it did not start the O2. John, it did not start the O2 at all. It started at the 86. Swatch the 86.
No. I wasn't saying the 2 caused it. I was saying the 2 was being a John Deere lawnmower and was mowing the grass.
Yeah, he is. Well, John, why don't you say we go take a little bit on board with the O2?
Back that up again a little bit, it looked like. Go back again. I know the 13 got into him, but who was that who got into the 13 that caused that?
We'll find out in just a moment as we are on board with the O2. And around he goes.
He did cause it. He bounced the wall. Bounce.
I don't think we can call this the big one, but it is close to the big one.
Yeah. The 2 caused the big one.
Not just yet, but it is the biggest one of the night.
And Michael, I am back. I did advise race control of what happened. He did acknowledge it. It doesn't look like it was an intentional hit. As much per se, it looked like he got a little loose from the rear end, like the rear end was trying to break away from him a little bit. But, you know, that happens. when your tires start getting ready to go and you've been running this many laps without pitting.
Well, John, I can say this: that grandstand, this version of Talladega Super Speedway that's in iRacing is old and outdated.
Hey Zach, what's up? You're actually give me 1 second. I had a comment. Far in. Zach, you're actually getting to see me broadcast tonight for the first time in the booth. We are broadcasting the TikTok followers 133-mile lap race here at Talladega's 50 laps. For those just joining in on a TikTok side, my co-owner and co-host Michael is producing the stream that you're seeing through YouTube. I have an overlay feed running to YouTube from our actual race network. Above in the chat, you'll be able to see the race link if you want to go see it there too. You'll still hear me there too as well. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, lights on. I do believe the lights on the pace truck are out, Michael.
No, they're still on as we're still pacing. They should be going off this time by.
Do I have a few seconds to step away to use the restroom?
Yes, you do, John. Remember, this is a 2.66 mile track. You have plenty of time, John.
I just had to make sure.
As you guys can, if you guys did notice this past weekend, how that grandstand at the Talladega Super Stretch is not there. It's because this is an old, outdated version of Talladega Super Speedway. The real life version does not have that grandstand there. Now, I only know this because I've been there a few times. I gotta say, if you have not been to Talladega, you have not been to Talladega. Oh, pace car! Lights off on the pace car this time by here. And you're on to a third caution here. 24 laps on the board, halfway through at the line. It has been all out war. Welcome in, those of you 5 viewers watching over on the YouTube. If you want to go catch the TikTok side of things, it's John Von 95 over on TikTok. Go check him. Go watch it over there as well.
Get it right. It's John Vaughn 93, and I'm back.
My bad. I stand corrected. But we do have 5 over watching on the VBR right now.
I had to run outside to use the restroom because I had a vicious, ravenous army of German Shepherd puppies blocking the toilet.
Good one, John.
I'm not even joking.
Well, John, you want to get the call on this one?
Hey, you always know I love to, Michael. Look at it! Oh, wait, I was a little too early. I think I jumped the start there, Michael.
Yes, you did. Black flag. Park it for 1 lap.
But back to the restarted day, boys and girls.
And halfway through at the line. 25 to go.
Joe Heel ripping off into turn 1 and 2, and a good gap of 0.21 behind him on the 8 of Tesner.
And they're already starting to go 3 wide yet again, John. We have one Stella going 3 wide. Let's see who joins him.
Do I see two Toyotas leading the race with a Chevrolet creeping up?
Yeah, I see that too, John.
Damn, Chevrolet's 3 wide on the side in turn 3. That sounds like trouble brewing to me.
Yes, it does, John. It looks like it's going to be fixing to be trouble.
Play is pushing, and the Silverado's getting up front for the lead. Ford trying to get his way outside of the outside 3 wide.
And yes, they are 3 wide now. 3 wide, 3 lanes deep now. Toyota, Chevy, Ford making up all 3 lines for the lead.
Gentlemen, this is what you come to see. Multiple cars, 3 wide, 2 lanes.
Indeed there, John. And it's all 3 manufacturers all let a lane for a
that
moment.
Ain't pushing the hell out of that 21. I don't know.
Oh,
Big wreck in
trouble!
turn 3. Big wreck in 3.
And this is the big one.
This will be our 4th caution here at Talladega.
And I think that was the big one. Multiple cars involved.
Not
Looks-
as bad, though.
Hey, John, what do you say we go on board with the 13?
You take us on board?
John, why don't you break it down from another camera and tell us what you think? Well, I'm taking us on board with the 13 here. Oh! The 73 broke loose! Which is what caused this whole thing.
I figured you would have got the notification, Zach.
And from there,
30, I will be still staying live after this. I'll cancel this one and go back live. I will be racing the NASCAR iRacing Series 200 lap at Dover at 9 o'clock after this race.
well, John, what do you think you take one more look at it here on board with the 73?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at that 73 right there. He was riding the grass. I don't know what caused that. I didn't catch that part.
Here you go.
He was riding that grass, and he was okay. We're gonna take a look at the replay one more time because I actually looked away for a second.
From what I saw was the 13 bumped the 73 too hard, which broke the 73 loose, which almost took the 8. Then you spin me round and lock it down, lock it down, lock it down.
Let me switch to all teams on iRacing and see if I can get some drivers in the board.
Go ahead and go do that for us. And guys, we are, for some reason.
Hey
everything's
guys,
not
John
like
on the
us today.
track. John in the booth, you got me?
Here we go. I had the wrong camera set.
13, John in the booth, you got me?
Marty, Michael, and John in the VBR booth. Got a copy on us?
Is that the 13?
Yeah.
How do you feel this race is going so far?
To be honest, I don't know how I keep ending up in the back on these cautions, to be honest.
Definitely understand that. My question is for you is how are you managing to stay out of all of these wrecks that are going on? I have not seen you yet in one incident.
Well, to be truthfully honest with you, I race mostly bottom split official races, so that's where my wreck avoidance comes in.
It's always the best. It's always, I hate to say it, and this goes for anybody who's wanting to join iRacing or any kind of where IR and safety rating comes into play or any kind of racing environment like that. Bottom splits is always your best place to get ready for the bigger stages.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think your shots are at getting back up front here with about 21 to go, 20 to go, maybe even 19 to go at the line?
Being up front, probably slim because these guys are pretty good. But I'm doing a damn good job for racing with these guys.
Well, put it this way. If you stick to the draft, you have a chance to win it. Because the big one, because it doesn't matter when it happens, where it happens, it's win. So you still have a chance at winning here today.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully I don't end up sliding sideways.
I like a Corey LaJoy reference there, but anyway, Marty, good luck to you in the rest of the race.
Hey, it could be worse. He could have said I'm only here so I don't get fined.
John,
right,
that's
Marty.
a new thing. Well, guys,
That is a me thing. You're right. That is a me thing. 29 laps in out of 50 here on VBRN. And it's been an exciting race. 5th caution of the night. And Joe Heel, still your leader.
and we are
Light.
side by side.
Lights are off on the Chevy Silverado pace car. Tell her I said hi as well. And guys, Michael, this one's on you.
Why, thank you, John. Well, all these fans are back on their feet yet again. They haven't even had time to sit down. No one really. Just think about it. The fans are only standing for the first 2 or 3 laps of the races.
Really, why would you be sitting down anyways? You're always on your feet from Talladega. Because it's Talladega, baby.
I don't know when the wreck's gonna happen, but unless you were watching on Sunday, then you were sitting because you didn't really have to stand because it was mainly green flag. But anyway, pace car, our Silverado pace truck pulls down the pit lane. Green flag would be in the air right now if we were at Daytona, but no, we're at Talladega where the Daytona start-finish line is our restart zone
Pace
here.
car heading down pit lane.
And John, let's say it together. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing again at Talladega.
Talladega. Multiple
Two
cars
Toyotas
now
up
racing
front.
into the inside in turn 1. Joe
Battle for the
Hill.
lead, 2 Toyotas.
Oh, Tesner. Corey Tesner, new leader. Joe Hill takes the lead back. Corey Tesner chasing him back down for that lead. I don't know here.
Oh!
It's a battle. It's a battle, and they save it. Tesner, almost a 10th of a second off, less than that, microseconds off and gaining. That Ada Tesner is now your race leader officially. Corey Tesner up front. Joe Hill back to the up front. Going into 3 and 4 around the tri-oval now.
20 to go at the line.
21 to go here at Talladega.
And I did hear from Race Control that there will be top 3 payouts as well, race fans. So that's something else to
20
be
to go
fighting
now
for too,
here
John.
at Talladega. And guys, it is an interesting race. Hopefully we can stay green for the remainder of this race, but I don't know. Corey Tesner's up front, chasing Bryant, trying to chase him down. That outside line is forming like crazy. Can the inside line keep up is the magical question, and it looks like the inside line is going to come up. 13, Alan Petty up front for the first time this race.
John, I can't say this though.
Dropping back.
Hey, John, I can't say this with money on the line tonight for the top 3 payouts. I'm surprised we haven't been seeing. I'm surprised this has not been aggressive all race.
You are absolutely right, Michael. And I mean, Petty to work his way up front for the first time tonight, that is amazing, especially after seeing him involved in that wreck earlier. To be able to have that Toyota up front, that's a remarkable state for him, and to continue to leading with that Toyota Tacoma, it's an awesome sight to see.
Because the person to take the checkered flag would be getting. Right now, it'd be Petty. If it was to stay green, Petty would be taking home $30. Second would be taking home $20, and third place would be bringing home $10 tonight.
Guys, you never know when it's unexpected. Club, thank you for the heart. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Guys, just in case this race does go to NASCAR overtime rules, I do believe they said it'll be 3 attempts at the NASCAR overtime.
I believe so.
So, in the first 2 attempts, if during the 3 laps, the race does go on a second lap of overtime and does go yellow, the race will continue. However, if it goes white, the race will continue on as if the yellow was not acknowledged, and that would end it. However, on the 3rd attempt at NASCAR overtime, if the yellow flag does come out, that flag will end the race.
John, you're actually wrong. It's actually a 2-lap shootout. Green, white, checkered.
Right, that's why I said, if it comes out within the second lap, of the overtime sector.
John, you can see why they're not getting real wild yet. But if the big one was to happen, it'll probably happen coming to the line. Like we would see at Talladega.
17 to go here at Talladega, and it is still green.
And now we're starting to see three wides start to form yet again, but one of them makes contact with the wall. We go back two wide.
You know what, Michael? I'm bringing a junior guest into the broadcast with us tonight. Jacob, come over here. I'm gonna bring my stepson Jacob in. He's wanting to come on bad with everybody. So Jacob, you're here with me. Everybody can hear you. How do you think the race is going so far tonight? Do you think we're going to see the big one within the last 17? I have him with me.
Yeah.
How many? Do you think we're going to see the big one within the last 16 and go to NASCAR overtime?
No.
No? Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
And you are watching the VBR Racing Network. We're slowly starting to build the program as this is our first ever call for VBR history.
I figured I'd be nice and let my stepson join in once. He's big into iRacing. He wants to do what I do. He's very enthusiastic about it, so, you know, I figured, why not?
Oh, 13 squarely! 13 is squarely! Almost,
Getting
the big one
really
almost
squirrely.
happened.
Corey Tesner,
Oh!
race leader.
Three wide! Back to two wide!
3 wide.
13's loose! 13 looks like he might have a tire going down, maybe! That's what you don't want to see. If you're in mid-pack, you want to get around the 13, otherwise that could cause serious trouble right there. And we're 3 wide going to 3 and 4!
You're absolutely 100% right. That is going to cause trouble here.
I thought we almost just had Karin going back
wide,
into 3 and 4.
Still 3 wide, still 3 wide. 2 lanes, 3 wide, coming into the tri-oval.
$14 to go. John, I think we can say this is honestly like one of the night we've had.
Honestly, yeah, you're absolutely right. It is, and Corey Tesner is still your race leader.
13 still all lower the
Are
road.
we
All
really
over the road.
spamming this chat with pineapple pizza is good? Or is that your way of saying Corey Tesner's holding that pineapple line down to keep that lead going?
Good one, John.
My cousin is literally spamming the TikTok chat with pineapple pizza is good. And it may be a reference to Corey Tesner or Joe Hill back up front. Tesner, 4/10 of a second behind him.
13, Petty running second place right now, waiting for him to make his move to go for the lead with his Toyota teammate right behind him.
That bump the heel right there. 14 to go, ladies and gentlemen, here at Talladega.
Toyota runs 1, 2, 3, followed by Ford, followed by Chevy. And John with the laps running down.
2 by 3 going into 3. 2 by 3 going into 3.
And with the laps running down, John, 3 wide's about to start happening. It's going to happen fast, and the big one's going to happen fast. Once they go 3 wide, that's when
2
we're
by
going to get
3.
started.
2 by 3. 2 by 3 into the 3. Yes, Splash, I am. I'll be racing the 9 o'clock NIS.
I guess I'll be up at the tower again for that NIS race. And we're 3 wide up front. 3 wide for the lead.
Welcome, 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 everybody. Those just tuning in, this is the TikTok followers 133 here at Talladega. We are 12 to go now at the line. This has been the longest green flag stretch of the night. I'm John Vaughn, alongside me by Michael Bollinger.
And this is also I roll on the VBR Racing Network. The official broadcasting network of VBR Racing. And John, Petty's back up front.
No, yeah, Petty is back up front. I'm seeing that on my relatives now on my informative screens. Petty is back up front. You're absolutely right. 12 to go here, or 10 to go.
Now Maynard and the 1 and 2 now putting.
And I just lowered my chair down again.
Now, John, 11 to go. This 11 to go
Yes,
on the
I
board.
still
Come
do.
to 10 to go. Getting ready to get squirrely.
On iRacing, yes.
It would have been
Right now, I
interesting
am
watching.
actually not racing. I am broadcasting.
John, it would have been more interesting watching green flag pit stops. Instead, you had to watch pit stops under caution, which I know these drivers are ready for. That way, they didn't get all bunched up
Oh,
and separated.
I don't.
Oh!
Look for him.
No caution, no wreck, stay green.
No caution. We are still green here from Talladega. Nicholas Maynard is now your race leader for the first time tonight. The 0-2 of Maynard is now your race leader.
Dom? He told me. I told you he was leaving.
Yeah, I think in 1 second I gotta mute out for just 1 moment.
And 3 wides fixing to happen here. 007 now leading the outside lane, leading the charge for the race lead. 9 to go this time by. Laps are winding down. Opportunities are getting wasted. Oh, trouble! The big one! The big one!
Big one in Talladega!
The big one strikes! Well, John, this will be a fun one to break down.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. This is going to be a fun one to break down. Oh, man.
Look at the
That
carnage.
just took out 3/4 of the field.
Look, watch this thing in slow motion.
Please don't tell me Joe Thomas was involved in that. Let's pull Joe Thomas down here and check with him and see if he was involved.
10-4. You guys watch this replay in slow motion while we bring him in. Joe Thomas, Michael, and John in the VBR booth. Got a copy?
60 card.
Joe Thomas, Michael, and John in the VBR booth. Got a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, Joe Thomas, John, and Michael in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, sorry, hitting the wrong button.
Oh, absolutely okay. We're just making sure you're okay. That was officially the big one, and it looks like we may wind up going into NASCAR overtime.
Yeah, I got rear-ended. That was my only damage, and I was able to... I made the mistake of going to the high line right before the wreck happened.
Absolutely, yeah. We were just checking on you, make sure you're okay. We seen it was gruesome. What did you see from your perspective during that massive wreck? It looks like we're gonna have a Talladega Nights style shootout with only 2 cars up front.
Well, I still got my fast repaired, or both of them. So, but what I saw was about 6th place, 3 back from the leaders. They started getting squirrely and went into the wall. I was on my brake, and then it got rear-ended.
Oh man, that has to suck for you tonight. Yeah, I know you've been back and forth with the lead and with the battle of Tesner, with Corey Tesner and Petty. And a few of the other guys, I've been seeing you come back up in the lead every now and then. And Alex Petty was airborne and.
I've been pretty comfortable running behind Lickety Split and a couple other guys, just staying low and pushing them being third in line. That's where I'm comfortable, other than leading.
Absolutely. We're gonna let you get back to it. We're not gonna hold you up too long. I know you guys got to focus on the track. As you know, I'm a driver myself, especially Road to Pro. So we're going to let you get back out there, focus on the track. Good luck out there, and hopefully the restart will help out in your favor.
10-4, fingers crossed.
John, did you see the replay on that? On that slow motion?
Yeah,
Replay on
Alan
Jordan Petty?
Petty.
I think he just said the yep. That's not good. Yep. This is not good. Flying through the air moment of the race.
I'm a flying through the air moment right there. Absolutely, Michael.
And John, I think he might need a new pair of drawers after that one.
I might. I don't know. With the way that wreck looked, his day may be over.
Well, John, why don't you try to queue up and try to get him in here so we can talk to him about it. There's one more look here on our up close shot on our turn 1 and 2 camera. As this thing breaks down. And John,
right,
I guess up in the booth was wrong about the big one.
Yeah, I will say I think my stepson was wrong about the big one. We asked him when does he think the big one was going to happen, and he said he don't think it's going to. And well, lo and behold, it happened.
Well, guess it's time we get back live to the track here. Get ready
We should get lined back to the track and get ready for the restart because they are lining up as we speak. I do believe the next lap will be double file, and we should have 6 to go or 5 to go when they double file. We probably will be under NASCAR overtime when we resume racing.
No, we will not, as we'll have 5 to go when the green flag is waved.
No, we'll have 5 to go when they double file.
How do you know?
Because I can see the real-time race laps.
Oh, so it's telling you 5 to go at double
It's telling me
file?
we're on lap 44.50 right now, and they're double filing at 55. All right, 45.
Which means we will. The double
So
filing
we
right
will
now.
be
We go
going-
green.
we-
We go green with 5 to go.
We will be overtime since it'll be 3 to go. It will be potentially one more shot at a green flag. We may have one more shot at a green flag if the caution does come out.
Overtime rules.
We will see NASCAR overtime here, Talladega.
Yes, we will, John. 6 to go, 5 to go, 5 to go at the green flag. It'll be Kelly, Albert, Johnson, Halley, Thomas, your top 5. 4 Chevys, 1 Toyota.
I just heard over the scanner and someone said, I'm just a dishwasher.
Well, looks like we're having technical difficulties here again, John.
I think
Iverson does
scanner
not like us
access,
today.
Mike, I will tell you.
And we are back.
I love having a scanner access, Michael. I'll tell you why. The conversations between these drivers they're having is keeping me on my toes. It's giving
Tell
me
me, John.
ammunition.
I used to listen to the scanners all the time when I was in your spot. Anyway, John, do you want to take the call or do you want to take it together?
You can take it. I'll let you take it this time. I've done it enough tonight. Michael, it's all your honors.
Sounds good there, John. Anyway, fans are making noise. I can feel this thing's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling as that quiet little rumble you guys hear is about to turn into a loud war for possibly the final time here tonight. Pace car pulls back down to pit lane, headed to the Geico restart zone. Will we see a new winner? Will we see a first-time winner? We will find out in 5 short laps. As let's push the pedal to the metal and let's make some noise as the loud pedal is going to the floor as we are back underway here at Talladega. Back to the gears they go.
Bumping on stretch.
Bumping and banging already. Battle for position. 5 laps to go. 3 wide.
Will we see overtime?
Will we see overtime? Will we see another wreck? We saw the big one already, John.
We did. Unless there's another one that sends us to overtime, we will not know. They are coming into the backstretch now. 4 to go this time, Bob.
Guys, if you're watching, turn your phones, your TVs, laptops, cameras up. We're gonna go quiet for just a moment
And let's
for the
crank
first
it
time
up.
in BBRN Network. Let's crank it up.
Welcome back here to Talladega Super Speedway. Crank it up, over. With 3 to go this time by. For the first time ever in VBR history, we cranked it up.
Absolutely. Guys, we are 3 to go here from Talladega. The next flag is going to determine if we go to overtime or if this race will end.
But first, we gotta get through 2 more laps of racing before we get the white flag.
Fans in the chat, tell us, who do you think in the top 5 is going to be the heartbreak and the surprise winner? Will 007 get his heartbreak by the 9 of heel?
And
You
we're
tell
going
us.
3 wide. We're going 3 wide now. 2 to go. 3 wide starting to
And
form
then
up now, John.
heel is going to get his heart broke. Is that his heart broke, or is that going to be him being
Oh, trouble! We will
Big
go
trouble!
to overtime.
big one? We will see the first stage of NASCAR overtime
And
here at Talladega.
Hey, John, we're making a lot of history for VBR here tonight as well.
We really are. 6 caution now taking us to overtime.
First ever overtime in VBR history too. Look at the carnage.
Absolutely. And you said it right yourself. Complete utter carnage here. Heel is still alive in this for anybody who's pulling for pulling for Joe Heel. Charles Albert's still alive. John Michael Bryant, Nicholas Maynard, Brian Kelly, and Anthony Green, Shane King, Chase Johnson, Joseph Thomas, and Robert White. All your top 10s are still alive.
You know what,
In
John?
this show.
What do you think about on board of the 23? But them being in the back of this whole mess.
Yeah, the way he got by, the way the 23 got by that, Michael, I will say, is absolutely amazing. Our multi-lap race leader, Corey Tesner, I see his time dropping back majorly, and it does not look like it's going to be a good result for him tonight.
Actually, no, the 23 was involved in it, just barely. Just a little bit of a scratch it. Just a little bit of war paint.
Maybe
That's
just a
about
little bit, a little bit of bump and run action right there, but nothing major more than you can ask for really on that situation.
And I would like to call that
Right.
war paint traded in
Corey
battle.
Tesner. I do believe Corey Tesner's race day is officially complete. I see his time still constantly steadily going down. He's dropping multiple laps behind.
Now, John, what do you think we go on board one more time with the 60?
Let's take a look at Corey Tesner's car and see what happened with Corey Tesner.
Ask and you shall receive.
It's the 8 of Corey Tesner. Guys, we're going to go look and see what happened with the 8 of Corey Tesner. For some reason, it looks as if Corey
Oh,
had
his
dropped a
night's
lot
definitely
in a situation. And give us a playback, please.
Call the medics! Call the medics! Call the tow truck! His day is done.
Oh, big click into the inside wall for Corey Tesner. So as I said, I do believe by looking at his time dropping back, Corey Tessner's day is done. It appears that there is no repairing of that truck.
And
It
just
sucks
and
for
just for
Tessner.
shits
He
and
was
giggles, we'll look at it on his
Tessner was our multi-lap race leader for the longest of this race. And our hearts and prayers go out with Corey Tessner, and we'll hopefully get a chance to speak with him in the end once released from the Infield Care Center.
And just watch that replay. How he avoided all that then. Ooh, in the wall.
It looked as if a 7 came back up into him, and then, yep, the 7's hit is what sent him going into the wall. And
I think it's safe to say, for the first time in VBR, G.
we are going to overtime.
Well, we thank you so much for tuning in on the VBR iRacing Network, on TikTok, and over on YouTube. John Vaughn, going down again, going over to go talk to race officials real quick, to try to get how many account or something. John, real quick, can you go down back over there to tell them to have the top 3 join waiting room after the race?
Yeah. How did I get? There it is. Okay.
I put the wrong one. Hey, lights on the pace car, John. You get it. You get to call the first ever GWC restart for VBRN.
It's your turn. I need to sip my wine.
Good one, John. But what did the race officials say about getting those interviews done for us?
They didn't say the broadcasters couldn't drink. They just said the drivers couldn't drink.
Too late, John, but a lot of these drivers are texting and driving, though, probably. 7 of you guys watching over on the VBRN.
Let them tweet drive. Lights on the pace car off this time by.
We thank you also, you guys, for joining us here on VBRN, the official broadcasting network of Von Bollinger
Racing. And eNASCAR.
And coming out of turns 3 and 4, fans back on their feet for green, white, checkered attempts. Now, John.
Hey, Michael, what do you think about us bringing our own stream of NASCAR over to the fans?
Our own what, John?
What do you think about us bringing our own real-world streams of NASCAR to the fans? Our own broadcast.
Oh, like real NASCAR?
Yeah.
How are we gonna do that?
I got DirecTV stream.
Oh, let's try it next time.
Let's
Anyway,
do it.
green flag in the air for the first time in VBR history. We have records set tonight, John.
That we do, Mike.
007,
That we
James
do.
Bond takes the lead. Our pole setter continuing to lead tonight. White flag next time by. Will we have another caution? Will we have white caution? Will we have the white flag? We will find out. Well, John, about half this field is gone now, John.
Next flag will end the race, Michael. Next flag will end the race if there's a caution here.
Not
It
yet,
will
no.
look like Charles Albert will get it. But 2 to go here on Talladega. Fans on their feet. Charles Albert still in the lead, being pushed by
Coming.
Joe Hill.
And we are coming to the white flag as we are 3 wide for the lead. Chevy Ford. White flag
Three
in the
wide,
air.
2 by 3.
And
White flag in the air,
flag
2
in the air.
lanes of 3.
Next flag ends the race here at Talladega.
2 lanes of 3, pushing 3 wide.
Will we see another big one?
What a sight to see. 3 lanes, 3 wide now.
Last time to the Talladega.
What
Stu
a
makes it.
in this.
And they're wrecking. They're wrecking. They're wrecking. And we have a surprise winner here, John. They're 4 wide. They're 4 wide and 4.
Hey,
4 wide and 4. 4 wide and 4.
Eagle, it was called in the chat.
The 86 is Anthony Green is victorious here at Talladega.
Anthony Green, you guys, will take the win and steal it here at Talladega. Amazing. Wow. Multiple big wrecks right at the end of this race. I don't know how that managed to set that up. But, yeah, we all should have seen it. Multiple lanes of 3 wide.
Oh, John, you know what time it is now? Time to go to the VBR Instant Replay.
Let's give us one more look at that. Multiple lanes, 3 wide, Michael.
We're not going to...
We knew.
Oh, right, it started with the wrong bump from the 9 to the 007, which is what started the whole thing, John.
I saw him go sideways, and that I knew was going to be trouble. There was 3 lanes, 3 wide. There wasn't nothing much you could really do about that situation. The middle car got loose, the air was sucked, and it actually did the inverse of what we was talking about earlier on in the race. If you go back and look again, you can see that the inside and outside cars got loose, and it brought them in off the middle car. Normally, it's the middle car that is the one that breaks loose.
Well, John, here's our cheers for the first time ever in VBR history. The VBR checker flag moment of the race.
Checker flag moment of the race. Let's hear what he's got to say.
I don't even get it. I don't even have access to him. Well, guys, while we wait for these top 3 to join in, let's go and bring in the host one more time and see what he's got to say. Mr. Mediocre, Michael and John in the BBR booth have copy on us?
Yeah, I got you. The other guys are trying to get into the Discord now.
Mediocre, I gotta ask this. That was an insane finish right there. During the NASCAR overtime, 3 by 3. What was your thoughts when you seen the racetrack go 3 by 3?
Oh, I was just focused on hoping the truck in front of me was holding his line and seeing if I could push them to a victory, because I knew I was pretty much boxed in there in the middle.
Absolutely right. And now, remember what I was talking about earlier in the beginning of the race when we pulled you down pre-race? I said that usually it's the middle car that's the one that gets the air sucked out from under them and it causes the wreck 3 wide. This time, when I looked at it, and it can happen. It can happen, but it's very rare. The inside and the outside cars, the 007 and the outside car, I couldn't remember exactly quite catch the number off the top of my head. They were the ones who had the air sucked from under them, which drug them inward that caused that big wreck. How close were you to that wreck at that point?
Oh, it was right in front of me, and all I could do was turn as far left as I could without running over lickety-split racing that was to my inside. I just moved down as close to him as I could and hoped that they didn't come down off the wall until after I got by.
Absolutely, and I have to ask, what number were you by chance?
I'm in the number 60 truck.
So you are our race winner.
No, he's our second place finisher. Your second place finisher, Shane King.
Perfect. No one informed me what number you were ahead of time.
Shane,
do we have access to the 86 as well, or no?
I believe he's trying to get in the Discord now.
So Shane, we gotta ask, what's the payout? What we did notice that there was some payouts for this. How's that gonna work out for these 1, 2, 3 finishers?
All right, so all the proceeds are coming from live rewards that I've won, and I wanted to give back to the followers. So first place, which is Cook It, you can find him on TikTok. he'll be getting $35. Now I won. Second place is getting $20, and third place is getting $10. Now I also have a number one gifter competition from week to week, and they get put on my number one gifter truck. So when I run officials, their TikTok is on my truck as the number one gifter. So I kind of promote them. Today for this, I was racing for the number one gifter. So TXBK on TikTok will be getting the $20 that I won.
That is awesome to hear that. And, I know you follow me as well, and I follow you back as well. And that's one reason I decided, when I heard the race was the TikTok followers, 133, that's what I labeled it as myself. And to hear that, that's what I like to hear when big streamers like us, we give back to the community. My wife's a big streamer. As you've seen her in the lives, KK. I don't know if you can see her right now. Kay, raise your hand for me, please. Could y'all see her raise her hand in the back?
I think I see her in the stands over there to the right by the start finish line.
She raised her hand up. Okay, she shot me in the bird as she always does, but that's the point. We'll say she raised her hand. And guys, to see things like that, that's what we actually come in here to do for, and we do it like that. As I say, even when you subscribe, chances are we're going to turn around and give right back to you. If we hold a big event, you join in and you win and all this, or even if you do everything like that. Mediocre, me and you, we got to collab one day on races. I don't know if you're racing the NIS in 15 minutes.
No, I don't think I'll be ready in time to run an NIS in 15 minutes.
Well, Mr. Mediocre, anybody you'd like to thank tonight? Any sponsors?
I am actually exiting out of mine, and I'm not leaving the conversation yet because mine's running through his off of a feed. If I can get my iRacing to respond to me, thank you. We know how iRacing can be. It likes to be picky.
Mr. Mediocre, anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Oh yeah, well first and foremost, I'd like to thank all my followers, whether you were in the race or not. I appreciate y'all. You guys make, I always say I'm just a guy doing my thing on iRacing, and you guys choose to hang out with me, and I really appreciate that. I don't think I would enjoy. I would still iRace for sure, but I don't think I would enjoy it as much.
Sorry, my wife, y'all don't want to hear what she said, but that
we're gonna hear it.
We would all get banned if my wife heard that. If y'all heard my wife.
And then I want to thank the race team that I drive for, Royalty Racing. It's a good organization. It's a pretty small upstart team that's gaining some momentum, and we've got some drivers that are good, drivers that are pretty good at all disciplines. So I'm primarily an oval guy. But we've got some Indy guys, we've got some road guys. So I want to thank Royalty Racing and SM Racing Products, DropGearRacing.com, and the Speed Racing Network, and Press Gas Haul Ass Designs for my paints.
And I want to see if I can get my Shepherd to say something right quick. I think she wants to have her input in. Hey, Duck. Ow! Ow! Did you hear?
I did.
She said congratulations on the P2 on the podium, and she's off to go take care of her babies.
Mr. Mediocre, thanks for your time. Congratulations on second place. Shanking, your second place finisher. And here he is, your third place finisher, Joe Halley. You want to take this one, Joan?
Yeah, I'll pull him up.
Does it let you?
No, it's not. You're gonna have to.
Joe Hall, Miss John and Michael in the VBR booth. Got a copy?
Mr. Hale, how are you doing today? John and Michael, you got us? Mr. Heel, John and Michael up in the booth, you got us? Joe Heel, John in the booth. You got me?
I guess we don't got you.
I think his radios might be destroyed after that big wreck that he had back there.
I guess you're right, John.
I don't know. Maybe the Infield Care Center can give us some information. Let's try pulling him up again. Joe Thomas.
Hello, Thomas, Michael, and John in the VBR booth got a copy on us.
Yeah, I got you. I was in talking with Mediocre, and then I all of a sudden get kicked out.
Well, not the finish you wanted today, but can you kind of just walk us through that final lap coming to the Talladega Super Stretch?
I have to say, though, that 3x3, 3 lanes, 3 wide. What was your thought when you seen 3 lanes, 3 wide? As you guys see, my wife's now in the chat, so on TikTok.
Yeah, I had to make a move, but at the same time, I'm always nervous at Talladega running 3 wide. Coming from, I've only been on iRacing since late October, so I'm still a little fresh, little nervous about tight racing.
But still a rookie.
Yeah, I had to make a move and went, and both wrecks were I was involved in, obviously, and took it. He turned me on the first one, and then which both of them are racing incidents. I hold no grudge. But and then he had a run when we were all 3 wide for the final lap, and he bumped Lickety. Lickety went into 007 and turned him into me, and there went my top 10.
Right, and as I said earlier in the race, and I'm pretty sure you heard me all over the broadcast, it's usually the middle car that's the one that gets loose, but in this case, in a 3 wide situation, which don't say it can't, because as y'all seen, it happened. The inside and outside of 007 and Lickety, they got loose, and that was from the middle pool from the 3 lanes and the 3 middles. That as you all know, 3 lanes, 3 wide can be a complete disaster. Especially when you're pulling at all different angles, everybody's wiggling in all sorts of ways. It makes it really hard to hold that line down as you should. When you saw 007 go left, did you figure it was from the middle lane's air?
Well, in the final wreck, he was coming right as I was in the middle, and I was just reacting at that time. I didn't have a immediate thought on why or who or what, but it was just okay. Get the recovery mode and salvage what we can.
Indeed, there, Joseph. Now, anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Well, for the logos on my car, it's my real world racing team, HBI Racing. I'm their truck driver. They're a Supercross and Pro Motocross privateer racing team. And then for the other logos, it's Pinups for Vets. They it's a nonprofit that helps support or makes pinup calendars for wounded veterans and helps out veteran hospitals with getting new rehab equipment and everything there. Just help boost their morale as many places as possible.
Absolutely, man. And we love to hear things like that you're actually out there giving back to the community. You guys had an amazing race tonight. I mean, I know we had 6-7 cautions tonight, and it's Talladega. These things are known to happen. Mediocre coming in with the clapping hands. We know these things happen.
I just wanted to let y'all know that Lickety split race on that
10-9 that? You guys still there?
I believe so.
What happened?
All right, well, Joe, we appreciate your time here tonight. We're going to pull P3 up, get with him, and then we're going to kill this off. And then make sure you guys follow me at JohnVon93, all one word, on TikTok. as I will be getting ready to race the 200 lap Dover NIS.
And here he is. Joe Hale, your third place finisher.
Mr. Hale, John Vaughn in the booth. You got me?
Yep, I got you.
Now that the Airfield Care Center's released you, did they clear you like fully physically of health after that big wreck, man? I know we've seen it all happen, and it sucks that you had to go down like that. It looked like the air got pulled from the inside and outside lanes. What was your thoughts as that unfurled?
I was just trying to stay hooked up with Charles as best as I could, and then Shane and I don't know who else was in front of him, caught that run on the outside, and then I think there was that third lane that opened up on the top that everybody started moving around a little bit. Shane caught a little bit of the side of me, which pushed me down and then back up into Charles. So I felt bad for ending his race, but no, I mean all in all, it was a great race. Had a lot of fun with the guys, and thankfully we were able to keep it going in somewhat of a straight line after that contact. But I just feel horrible for ruining Charles's race.
Man, I completely understand that, Mr. Heel. And I'll tell you that as a Road to Pro racer, sometimes you got to do it. But in that situation, it was even from our view, it did not seem to be intentional. But sometimes you got to do it, like especially me, like in RTV races. If I have a lap car that's blocking me religiously, and I'll give you that second warning, I'm not giving you a third warning. I'm just gonna dump you, and that's because you're a lap car racing a lead lap car. What's the purpose, But in this case, it wasn't nothing like that. But and even at the end of the day, I still feel bad about it because what if he had that chance to get his lap back? And I get where you're coming from with that. But it was 3x3, 3 lanes, 3 wide. When you see that form 3 lanes, 3 wide, what was your first thought?
Oh, well, when we were going into 3 and we were 4 wide there for a minute, it was a little sketchy, but thankfully it all worked out. Definitely wasn't expecting Cookit or Anthony to be on my inside going into 3, and then we had to make room, and there was just really no more room to be had.
Well, indeed,
absolutely.
There. Now, Joe, any sponsors you like to thank tonight for the car?
So the custom wrap that's on the cars from skunkworksgraphics.com, so go check that out. He makes all of my lickety-split paint schemes. And if you have a beard, go check out wittiesbeard.com. And they do body wash, body soaps, oil or beard oils, balms, anything and everything. Go check them out.
Good stuff.
And use code LS10 at checkout for 10% off.
Well, Mr. Hale,
Already glad to see you in the chat on TikTok.
Thanks for your time.
17, thank you so much.
Coming in third. Well, John, it's about that time. Any final thoughts before we wrap up tonight?
Absolutely not. Wonderful race. It was multiple cautions, more than we expected, but it's Talladega, baby. That's how it happens, guys. But stay tuned. I'm about to switch over to my onboard live.
And here's a quick look at your race results, presented in part by VBR, Von
Yep.
Racing.
And are you going to be streaming my race, Michael?
I can, and here's a look at your race results.
Would you guys like to see my onboard, or would you like to see the full race that I'm in?
Anthony Green. Anthony Green.
Michael, I'm not driving the Chevy for this race.
What are you driving?
Driving the all-black Dubby Toyota.
Okay. We have Anthony Green taking on the podium. Shane King.
And as you guys
Joe
know,
Hale
I
rounding out
don't
your
normally
podium.
drive Toyota. As you guys know, I don't normally drive Toyota, but I'm
Robert
going to
White,
do this.
Kelly Akron, John Bryant,
Loading into the session
Brandon
now.
Kelly, Nicholas Maynard, Charles Albert, and Chase Johnson round out your top 10. Rest of your finishes are on screen. Well, John, I think it's about time that time.
No, you give me a kiss.
From all of us here at VBR, from VBRN and from VBR Racing and VBR Network, I'm Michael Bollinger alongside John Vaughn. saying so long and good night here from Talladega, and we'll see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m.
Good night, everybody from Talladega.
Some Road to Pro action.
Guys,
Good night,
make sure you stay tuned. We'll be going over live on TikTok, over to Dover International Raceway.
Good night,
for
everybody.